G'day there, mates. My name is Mr. Magilla-cutti, and welcome back once again to my channel. Today, we'll be continuing the story of Horizon 2, Forbidden West. Now, where we left off in the last episode, we found almost all of the places where we can use the vine cutter on metal flowers. Missing one area, which I did get before, but anyway, when we returned back to the base, where we saw Demeter to GAIA, and it was there we made a battle plan to catch Hephaestus. It's going to take a lot of work, but we're going to have to go across the ocean again to the ruins of San Francisco to find the Mega Command, or whatever it's called, from Ted Pharaoh's bunker. Yeah. So, let's dive straight into it, shall we? Now, oh wait, I forgot. This is a bit of a heads up. I actually tried to do a recording before, but once again, I forgot to... what's it called? The mic. Yeah, that's right. The mic. It's a manual save, and that's another manual save, so not those ones. I'm just gonna take a random guess, so this one.
My strength is yours. Be guided by the 10.
A little off the mark. Try this one. There we go.
I'm back, GAIA.
Hello, Aloy. What would you like to discuss?
Okay, so a few things we could talk about here. So most of this episode is just mainly going to be me talking to everyone again, but I'm going to try to do some of the stuff at the arena. Alright, so Demeter.
Have you been able to make use of Demeter's functions?
Yes. I was able to mitigate most soil conditions and restore a temporary balance. You should notice less rampant plant growth in the area.
Maybe that'll give Plainsong's fields a chance to recover.
Unfortunately, recovery in that area is unlikely without the assistance of the Utaru's land gods. I have discussed this matter with Zoe. I believe we may have a workaround.
Yeah, I'm helping her out with that.
Yeah, so we're going to have to talk to her again about that quest.
There's something I'm still trying to figure out. Why was Demeter using flying machines to distribute metal flowers?
In its deranged state, Demeter was defending itself against a robotic swarm that would devour all plant life.
It thought the Pharaoh Plague was still happening?
It feared it would come again. As part of its directive of reseeding Earth's vegetation, it sought to protect plant life at all costs. And considering it had 20 years to proliferate, I expect you will continue to find the fruits of its efforts for some time.
It's a good thing I have the code to dissolve the vines, then.
Yeah, but the question is, we don't know. Sorry, not question. The thing is, we don't know if there's any more metal flowers out there, like near the ruins of San Francisco, but who knows? So our progress, Beta.
Beta's convinced we won't be able to capture Hephaestus. With that attitude, do you really think she'll be able to build the rig and pulse generators?
It may take some coaxing, but with some assistance I am confident she will.
I don't get her, GAIA. She's so quick to assume we'll fail. She's nothing like what I thought she'd be. I guess it'll be best if she stays here when we go to Gemini.
I think it's because she always does things by the numbers. She never has any faith, any hope, just doesn't have... what's the word I'm looking for? She just doesn't believe in herself. She only thinks logically. She doesn't feel that she can do anything.
All this data I've picked up in ancient bunkers and ruins. I guess I never really thought that other people would be looking at it.
Based on my observations, your companions engage quite frequently with this material. Erend has asked on numerous occasions about birthday parties. He appears perplexed by the tradition of serving a sweet confection, as it conflicts with the Oseram tradition of serving sparkling stout ale. He also suggested we host a party for you, as a surprise.
Yeah, no thanks.
That is what I predicted.
Plus, I think you're pretty much ruining the surprise guy.
Is Katalo getting along with everyone?
Yes, though he prefers to spend most of the time alone. He appears to be collating data on war machine progression and significant battles during the Pharaoh Plague, to aid in the creation of a war map of Operation Enduring Victory. I believe he aims to study the tactics of Old World warfare.
I'd be interested in seeing that.
It appears to be a private pastime for him. He has repeatedly declined my offers to assist his research.
Well, everyone has to have their hobby. Just hope it doesn't become an obsession for him.
So our plan to capture Hephaestus. Let's go over it again.
As you wish. Thanks to Beta's test, we now know that Hephaestus will not respond to your Alpha clearance, which is why you will need to procure Ted Pharaoh's Omega clearance.
Right. From his personal bunker, Thebes.
While you are gone, I will assist Beta in building the transport rig and pulse generators. When we get to Gemini, I will need to be installed on one of the facility's cores. The second core is for Hephaestus. Using Omega clearance will allow you to trap it.
And then you'll be able to absorb it.
Not quite. You will need to manually remove Hephaestus's malicious code before the merge.
How long will that take?
There are calculations I still must run, but I estimate a few hours.
And during that time, the others will create a distraction for us using the pulse generators, right?
Correct. They will each take position at a cauldron door and fire off their device. The energy surge should mask our activities until the merge is complete.
And then we'll have everything we need to defeat the Zeniths. Sounds like a plan.
I think the malicious code they're referring to is the same stuff that Hephaestus is used to make the Alpha machines. Sorry, not Alpha, Apex, that's right, the Apex ones. And the idea of the distraction with the Zeniths and all that, who knows if that will actually work or not. Also, another thing I should mention is the Pharaoh's bunker, Thebes. I think that's the name of one of the ancient Greek cities. I'm not 100% sure, I can't remember. They seem to base a lot of this off of like Greek mythology. Hephaestus, GAIA, Aether, Poseidon and all that.
So now that you have Aether, Demeter, and Poseidon, how's the biosphere looking?
In the local region, conditions have improved. Superstorms have subsided. Water sources have been purified, and soil conditions remediated. These improvements will stave off environmental collapse for a few additional months.
Well, with luck, soon you'll have Hephaestus. Then you'll be able to fix the biosphere for good, right?
Correct. I will be able to design and produce robotic agents to permanently reverse the environmental damage that has accumulated.
Okay, now for this question here about the Omega clearance. How the bloody heck did Ted Pharaoh get his hands on that?
There's something I've been wondering. How could Ted Pharaoh create a clearance level higher than Alpha? Elizabeth made sure he wouldn't interfere with the project.
It is plausible he tasked his own engineers with creating a back door to the Zero Dawn system, without Elizabeth's knowledge. My predecessor did not even know of its existence until he activated it to purge the Apollo database. It is, in effect, a blind spot. One that will allow us to subdue Hephaestus. And fortunately, thanks to Beta's information, we know where Omega clearance may be procured.
Right. Somewhere in San Francisco.
Yeah. Pharaoh so seems to always want to have all his fingers in every pie. So he'll always sneak around everyone. Now, in regard to me speaking in the last couple of episodes of him still being alive, it's possible that he didn't actually go with Barnes enough. But then again, maybe he did infect his own death. I don't know. So, Gemini.
So Gemini has 2 data cores. I've never seen a cauldron like that. But you mentioned something about seismic activity?
When my predecessor attempted to build the cauldron, construction was disrupted by a series of earthquakes. The data core had already been built, but the rest of the facility sustained damage. So, she began again. A second core was built. However, when more tremblers occurred, she abandoned the site.
Lucky for us. Are the quakes still happening?
No, though they did also create instabilities in other facilities in the region.
Yeah, I think we spotted one of those back with the tarmac that hasn't finished building.
So the facility where I recovered Demeter used to be a Pharaoh agricultural research facility. It's where they created the biomass conversion system, but also adamantine wreath. Did Elizabeth know they were working on that?
It is likely she was briefed on other efforts to combat the machine swarm,
Excuse me?
though her focus was devoted only to Zero Dawn.
That makes sense. But they actually got the wreaths to work. If they've been able to deploy it against the Pharaoh Plague in time...
Using the data you recovered on the project, I ran several simulations and have concluded that it would never have worked. In all scenarios, the Pharaoh war machines would eventually hack and deactivate the wreaths before they could contain the swarm.
So Zero Dawn really was the only solution.
Sounds like it.
There was a lot of data in the greenhouse facility about agriculture. Do you think it'll help the Quen fix their homeland?
I will run a query. Complete. The data contains information about novel crop production methods, which may be beneficial to the tribe in the long term.
But new crops aren't going to save the world, so I guess it's on us.
It is.
Alright, so that's everything we're going to talk about with her.
See you later, Gaia.
Until next time, Aloy.
Thank you. Right, so we got on missions. And we've got another side quest we can talk about. So first of all, let's talk with the resident people. So, Zoe, Eric, Val.
The old ones fed off livestock a little too much for my liking.
Some of them ate more like the Utaru. Called themselves vegetarians.
From what I'm reading, all the old ones wanted to eat was this stuff called chocolate.
Everyone had a different palate.
Let's just say I hear about you going west.
Turns out we need one last thing before we can grab Hephaestus.
Because it would have been too easy otherwise.
So you're training?
You've been looking at any interesting data?
I asked Gaia to find me something to look at a while back. And she found the mother of all forges. They called it sports. Turns out the old ones spent a lot of time tackling and punching each other for points in one game or another. Are you mixing some solid food and fresh ale? I bet half the claim will be lining up to watch.
Yep. There's always sports out there. Always someone looking to beat each other over the head or something. Rugby, soccer, wrestling, boxing, and a lot of contact sports as well.
How are things with Catalo? You still scared of him?
Oh, she thinks she's funny. Actually, I played strike with him. I had to fill in most of the conversation myself, but I'm still alive.
Glad to hear it. I need to get going.
I think I know the answer, but are you sure you don't need any help? GAIA mentioned this other tribe you found, the Quen. They sound like a nasty bunch.
I can handle them. In the meantime, Varl will help you get ready for what comes next.
Take care of yourself, Aloy.
Alright.
I'm sorry, Aloy. After all the trouble you went through, you have to head west again.
Well, no one said this was gonna be easy.
You sure you don't want any backup dealing with the Quen?
They think I'm Sobek, or something like that. They won't hurt me, but I doubt they'll be so kind to anyone else.
If you say so. Let me know if you need anything before you go.
Thanks, Vaughn.
If I get Omega clearance, and then we grab Hephaestus, we might finally have the advantage over the Zeniths.
Can't wait to see their faces as they stare down a bunch of charging Thunderjaws.
More them than us, for once.
I agree.
You better not be slacking off on your studies while I'm gone.
And risk Zoe coming after me? I value my life. In fact, I've been reading about Ted Faro. How he destroyed the world and crawled into a hole after killing those who saved it.
He definitely was a piece of work.
No arguments there.
Well, Beta and GAIA built the rig. Can you get everyone ready for the mission ahead?
Of course.
What is it?
Nothing. It's just that everything's about to change. We'll get GAIA, and she'll help us set things right. No more Zeniths, no more derangement. It'll be a different world. I welcome it, but I wonder how the Nora will react. And the Karja, and well, everyone.
Let's just focus on fixing GAIA for now.
You're right. We've got an angry AI to take down.
That we do. Won't be easy, but hopefully they'll be able to adjust slowly but surely.
I'll be in touch if I need anything.
I'll make sure Beta briefs everyone on the pulse generators.
Good.
Alright, let's see what Zoe needs. Yeah, my mic's still on.
Aloy, I hear you're going further west past the Tenakth clanlands.
Do you know anything about the area?
Only hearsay. The Utaru tell stories of an island that lies beyond the western coast. They call it the Isle of Spires. It is said the Old Ones built towers there that touch the sky, so they could live far away from the earth that bore them. As if they didn't want to be reminded that they'd one day return to it.
Sounds like something Ted Faro would do.
Yeah, if he just wanted, people wanted to believe that they are close to the gods or something like that, you know what, I'm just gonna shut it there because I have no idea what it's like. I prefer to stay with my feet on the ground. I'm scared of heights.
You and Varl doing okay? Training, I mean.
We're doing fine. Although I admit it'd be nice to take a small break from studying, just the two of us. But then who'd look after Erend?
Well, there's always Catalo.
Leave a loud Oseram with a brooding Tenakth. What could go wrong?
Touché.
What's everyone been up to?
I've been trying to share some of my meals with Beta. Thought it might help her feel more at home. Maybe even get her to sleep up here instead of in that dark basement. She would not be moved.
I appreciate you trying.
Patience reaps the best harvest. I'm not giving up hope yet.
Well, she's been training as a shadow for a while, so it's to be expected. That, and then pretty much just use her as a tool to only be discard afterwards. So, treat someone like a tool, and they'll get that mindset to do a tool. Thinking logically, nothing else.
How much have you read on Ted Faro?
Enough to wonder how a man who worked so hard to heal the world once could let greed and pride condemn it so easily. For one's spirit to diminish in such a way, I'm not sure if I should hate him or pity him.
Don't even know how to feel about him either, truth be told.
Any progress with your plan for the land gods? Is the reboot code ready?
It is. But there is difficult work ahead. GAIA warned me that because the land gods are linked together in a network, the code must be delivered to all of them. Most are in Plainsong, but in recent years, 3 of them wandered off. So, T, and Do.
We have to find them?
No, we know where they are, but they're hard to reach. So, wandered into a lake and sank. Do ventured into a dangerous canyon, and T broke down amidst a herd of machines.
Okay. Tell you what. You go to Plainsong, handle all the land gods there. I'll take care of So, T, and Do. I'll need their locations, plus the reboot code.
I'm sending the data to you now. My people made shrines near where each land god faltered. When you see them, you'll know you're close. And once again, thanks for your help.
We're not gonna let your people starve, Zo. I promise.
Okay, I think we may have spotted 2 of those three land gods already. First one was episodes way back. I noticed one of them was broken down near the road near a bunch of other machines. And the other one was just not the last episode before. The one we had to cut away from the metal flowers.
I should get going. Hopefully I can bring back what we need to capture Festus. After that, I'm gonna need everyone's help.
We'll be ready.
Okay, so if we're doing this side quest, it looks like I'm gonna be able to take on the arena one right away. But don't worry, I'll still be showing it off to you guys before we actually head further west.
Did you know there used to be a rainforest so big the old ones called it the lungs of the planet?
That sounds lovely.
Yeah. They burned it to the ground at some point.
Oh,
But they helped bring part of it back in Sobek's time.
that's good to hear. I wonder if it grew back after Zero Dawn. Wherever it is.
I'd like to think so.
I think that's the Great Rainforest in Brazil they're talking about. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not up to date with a lot of stuff around our world, but yeah, I think it's in Brazil. I think I might have heard of it from there at some point.
Got a minute?
As many as you need.
I have to travel beyond the western coast.
To the ruins, shrouded in fog.
Yes, and I'm looking for a tribe, the Quen. I encountered them once before. They said they came from across the Great Ocean. I was hoping that Tenakth knew more about them.
There were rumors of trespassers in the area, but we thought they were just bandits. Hikaru sent out a patrol or 2, but I don't recall them reporting back. We've had more pressing concerns, as you know. I'm sorry. That's all I can tell you.
It's okay. I guess I'll find out soon enough.
There is something I've been meaning to discuss with you. It's personal. If you have a moment to spare.
Okay, so that patrol that responded near their encampment back at the Ferris facility, I think that was the missing patrol.
Found anything interesting during your training?
GAIA told me where to find data on how wars were waged in the old world. I knew the 10 fought against machines, much as we do now, but it seems they were among the last of their kind. Later, machines battled other machines on behalf of greedy leaders, as they vied for lands and spoils. At least the Tenakth have the courage to put their lives on the line when conflicts arise.
There is nobility in that. But maybe we just need fewer conflicts in the first place.
Yes, of course. Hikaru would have it so as well.
Definitely a good dream to keep fighting for, even in these times in our Yeah, but it just seems to be a lasting thing that whenever one disaster ends, another one pops up. Like in Australia with the wildfires, then we had the pandemic, and now we got this going on with Russia and UK. It never ends. It never ends.
What do Tenakth do to relax? You know, to take a break from training?
We play strike. Your Oseram friend, Erend, is surprisingly good at it, although he has yet to beat me. It helps one think strategically, hones the mind for tactics.
Somehow that still sounds like training.
Maybe. But it doesn't mean you can't have fun while training. Okay, let's see what this personal request is.
You said there was something you wanted to talk about?
I've been speaking with GAIA. She mentioned that the Zeniths bind metal with flesh to make themselves stronger. I was wondering if you'd help me do the same.
You want to make yourself a new arm?
Yes. GAIA insists she can help me build such a thing if I can get the necessary data and materials. She believes these things lie in the place where Beta hid from the Zeniths.
Their ancient research lab.
I am not as familiar with old-world machinery as you are. I could use your assistance.
It might be dangerous. The Zeniths probably still keep an eye on that place. We were lucky to get out of there alive the first time.
I see.
But sounds like this is worth the risk.
By the 10, we shall see it through.
I should get going. I've got a long road ahead.
Should you need reinforcements?
I know who to call. I'll call you when I'm near the Zenith lab. We'll get what you need for that new arm of yours.
Thank you, Aloy.
What was wrong? Alright. I wonder if Beta still has something to say for us. Doubt it, but we'll see. And we got one thing we can talk about here in Aloy's room with the Elizabeth's pendant.
Beta's so frustrating. I don't get how she can be so negative all the time. I mean, we're clones of the same woman, and yet she couldn't be more different from Elizabeth.
So can you, Aloy. You may be Elizabeth's clone, but you're not Elizabeth herself. You may be born of her same genetic material. At best,
I know that. But if there were two of me walking around,
I'd run for the hills and never look back.
come on, I'm being serious.
So am I.
but yeah, cloning someone sometimes can result into something completely different, depending on how they were raised, their environment, everything else. I mean, like identical twins, for instance.
Hello. Hey, you got a second?
I suppose.
So do you have everything you need to build the rig and pulse generators?
GAIA sent me the schematics. The designs are modest, without the capabilities of Hephaestus, but they should work. Not that it matters without a mega clearance.
I'll find it. Just try to have the transport ready by the time I get back. So, aside from Varl and GAIA, who else have you been talking to?
Zoe told me how you met after your escape from the Hades Proving Lab. I had no idea you were severely injured. If the Zeniths had killed you, life on Earth would be doomed. My escape would have been for nothing.
But they didn't kill me. And thanks to Varl and Zoe, I was able to recover. You said you and Varl talk sometimes. What about?
He told me about your tribe, the Nora, and the proving ritual you did. I told him if I was born into the tribe, I'd never be able to do the proving.
It does require a lot of physical training, but there are plenty of other roles besides being a hunter.
I don't think I'd be suited for any of them.
Well, I guess it's a good thing you're not a Nora, then.
But that was a bit harsh, Aloy.
I'll be going.
Okay. Bye.
Yeah, that was a bit harsh, Aloy. Right. So first things first, let's help Zoe out with the second verse here. So again, we know where a couple of them are already. So let's head to the one that's near the cliffs here. So I'll travel here.
Aloy, it's a long way to the coast. If you need to resupply en route, I suggest stopping in Fall's Edge. It's a lowland clan village southwest of the Grove, in the heart of the jungle.
Got it. Thanks for the advice.
Alright, so we'll head to Fall's Edge when we decide to go across the ocean. Right now, gotta wait. Let's take care of what we need to do here. After this stuff, we'll head to in the next episode, we'll head to the arena. Yeah, I mean, we have those side quests done here. Don't know what else to do, but, well, one can hope. Plus, I've got a lot of fast travel attacks, so I should be able to zip around easily.
I might want to take another look around. See if I can find anything else.
And all the forms of this area here was actually part of the side quest that we need to do. Alright. Once again. Right. Once you get that code installed.
This'll help you get better. One down, two to go.
Let's get hunting. Alright, next one is located near here. Closest campfire is here. So I said we go to this one first. No, not there. Yeah, here.
Just planted the reboot code on Doe. He was a bit tangled up, but he's better now.
Good to hear. Doe always returned to the sacred cave at the end of winter, so his festival foretold the coming of spring. During those times, I remember clinging to my mother by the hearth, snuggling for warmth and listening to her sing of new beginnings.
Which is exactly what you're going to give to your people.
I hope so. All right then. I'll head to Plainsong and deliver the code to the land gods there.
Two dead Utaru. And a land god shrine. So said this one broke down amidst a herd of machines. Better be careful. I guess they were leaving offerings to the land god. It looks like something fried them. Whatever did it might still be around.
Gotta be careful. I've gone peace around this way. So.
There's the land god. But I'll have to deal with those machines before I install the reboot code.
What do we got?
Looks like Frost is no good here.
Ironshire. And is that another one? No, that's Scrounger. Alright, let's go down the Ravager, shall we? Let's take out that cannon. my fault. And there's the cannon. Still got hit. Thanks for covering that for me. Alright, let's take out the small fry. I'm getting the right shot then. Systematic. Alright, now for the big one. What did that cannon go? Here it is. Out of ammo. Right.
I think that's all the machines. Time to install this code on that land god.
Yeah, he's the one we saw a while back.
Uh-oh.
Frickin' Stormbird! You enemy! Gotcha now. We have one more. Too late. See what elements we took. Acid and plasma, mostly acid. Oh, those acid grenades I had. Nope, nope, nope. Here we are. Nice, 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 nice. Why is it still trying to hit it? And it's getting a bit better, but not as better. One more. That was messy. Not on the wing itself, but rather on the plant I'm trying to hit. Alright. Nothing's flying out of the sky. Yeah, game's still busted. Destroy these rank blades, cluster bombs, right? That did some damage. One more hit. Oh.
Okay, let's get this code installed on that land god.
God almighty. Getting a tad bit better. Still a lot of things I can do to improve myself with other machines, but well, at least I can deal with a storm bird easily. Some sort of wing thruster. Definitely use the blast plates. Pace, or
I should install this code on that land god. Nice and easy. Another land god dealt with. Hey, Zo?
Aloy, how goes it?
I found T and installed the reboot code.
Fitting then that I feel thankful. T's festival came in winter, when all the grain from the harvest was stored away. It was a season of gratitude, and all the children would receive gifts. The best was my first bow, made of yew, strung by my father.
Well, he definitely taught you how to shoot well.
That he did.
There's one more thing. I found 2 of your people. A Stormbird got them, but I took it down.
Oh. I'll make sure someone retrieves their seed pouches, so they may return to the land.
How are things on your end?
Getting there. A few land gods to visit still.
Okay. I'll call you when I'm done with the last one.
Thank you, Aloy.
okay, so it sounds like that season there. It sounds a bit more like Christmas. I don't see the thunder cannon from the Stormbird, but hey, maybe he got knocked away somewhere. Yeah, it looks like he got knocked. That blue. I don't think that'll be but one can hope. You get my eyes on something for sparks. Yeah, it's just a resource container. So that was another valuable piece of material. Well, it doesn't really matter. I wasn't really trying to aim for materials. The focus was trying to take this bloody thing bird down. This one will cook sweet. Oh no. Got my hopes up. Yeah, it seems like he got flung far away from you. Alright, so we're gonna go over here now. Jesus. Alright, so it looks like the next episode will be helping, Tolu. I can never remember anyone's name, but we're helping him out trying to get his new arm.
Ryder!
Yeah, lost enough time to do what you want.
There. One of the land god shrines. Zoe said this one sank in a nearby lake. The land god must be down there somewhere. Time for a swim.
Over there. What's that?
I think the land god is underneath that level.
See what's underneath here.
This should help you get back on track. That should do it.
Alright. Let's get out of the water.
That's the last land god. Zoe, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Aloy.
Had to swim a bit, but I gave the reboot code to So.
Ah, good. We used to celebrate So in the fall, at the beginning of the harvest, with wine made from elderflowers. When I was 12, I got tipsy on it and kissed a boy in the sage garden.
How'd that go?
He was so surprised he nearly fell into the mulch. It would be good to see So again, plowing the fields in the afternoon sun. When you can, meet me at Plainsong and we'll send out the reboot signal. I've delivered the code to all the land gods, save one. Only La is left. I'm here with her, just east of the main village.
Okay, I'll get there as soon as I can.
Bit of a trek, but I think it was just we'll avoid fast traveling and just go there by mount. Now, I want to talk about something. It's about Ted Farrell again. If it actually is true that he had a bunker that he went down to hide in, so that begs the question, did he actually die down there, or did he actually go with the Palestina team? Who knows? You're just... Bastard's as slippery as an eel. So it would be no surprise that he faked his own death too, because then again, the Palestina team did fake the explosion. Maybe he had a hand in it as well. It's a guess on my part though, but I guess it's better than nothing.
I'm gonna leave you here.
What is she doing to La?
Should we stop her?
Aloy,
Is she
it's
allowed to
Otalo.
do that?
I've heard that the red scum clogging up the rivers has cleared in much of the Lowland clan's territory. But for some reason, the water around their capital, Thornmarsh, remains polluted. Perhaps this is something you could help with.
Yeah, maybe. I'll look into it when I can.
So this is another side
Aloy,
quest.
you made it. All of the land gods have been updated. Now to send out the reboot signal.
What does this mean?
A new beginning. Gaia told me this would happen. To all of them. Do, T, So, and the rest. She called it a reboot sequence. But I didn't think it would be so beautiful. Soon the land gods will return to tilling the soil as they once did.
Zoe, the chorus wants a word.
Of course they do.
Do you want me to come?
No need. I'll just tell them that our lands will soon bloom again. Who are they to argue? Find me later, and I'll tell you how it went.
Good luck.
Kind of beautiful in a sense. It's actually nice to hear her sing. I think there may have been a bit of Gaia's personal touch, along with those too.
May the sun shine upon you. Hope you're doing well.
Right, let's head to Thorn Marsh. Once we pick up the quest there, we're calling. Hello. We got more side quests now. Yep, it's not top. Why am I not surprised? Alright. Up there.
Aloy, you've returned. I hear you've been making quite the impression on the clan lands. Saving the desert clan from itself, forcing the commander Tekote out of hiding, defending the grove from Regala.
I didn't do it alone.
The humble words of a true warrior.
Is something wrong?
No. Yes. There's this song I want to play, one of my own making, but it's hopeless. I'm just never going to get the sound right.
What makes you say that?
Back in the Clanlands, the Sky Clan built instruments that cast sound to sky and across the mountains. They use long-leg throats to make them bellow with the sound of metal. It's how they communicate between villages. Combining that sound with the Utarus would create a melody unlike anyone's ever heard before. But I won't be hunting for any longlegs anytime soon.
For now, you should try the Metal Weaver again. They might have some new piece you can use.
Right.
This song means a lot to him, doesn't it?
It does, which is why I'm getting him that machine part. It'll be a surprise. The Utaru say that's the best way to receive a gift.
Is there a long leg around here?
As it happens, one has been troubling some villagers southwest of here. You be doing me and Plainsong a favor by getting rid of it. Interested?
Maybe. I didn't think the Tenakth cared much about gifts.
When I first moved here, I remember some days were more difficult than others. But I came to embrace the life I found here, and I don't see why I can't help Corey do the same.
He's lucky to have you. Tell me more about this long leg.
It's a particularly nasty one. Looks different too. Tainted like the lands around here used to be. It protects a group of machines that overran a small outpost southwest of Plainsong. Its call is easy enough to track, but if it spots us, it'll call reinforcements faster than you can draw your bow. Take it out with the rest of those machines though. Plainsong has one less problem to deal with, and Corey gets to play his melody. Victory for all.
If I make my way down there, I'd like to help.
I appreciate that. I'll head southwest and see if I can pick up a trail.
Okay, so that's going to do it for today's episode. I'm going to quickly head to Thornmarsh and well, actually head to Thornmarsh and pick up the quest from there. I'll reactivate a little bit later on, but anyway, let's quickly pick this up. If it's not too long, I'll end the episode. No, if it's not too long, I'll go through all the dialogue and then we'll end the episode. Sorry, words are not with me today.
Welcome. Careful now.
Greetings, warrior.
Walk in French. Gala must be licking her wounds.
Let our blade.
Thrust a spear into the heart.
I don't care that it's hot.
I want Mother. Shh, she'll be back. Rest now. Keep an eye on her.
Is she sick?
It's Aloy, isn't it? Walk with me.
I think this may have been a mistake.
I am Ateka, commander of the Lowland clan. The girl, Zella, was poisoned by the blood choke. For months, it has polluted our waters, depriving us of food and clean drink. We've learned to live with it as best we can. But recently, without explanation, the filth cleared from much of the lowland. Yet one river still runs red, like a split vein from a rotted corpse.
So the water here is still poisoned?
Exactly. I sent my best squad to find its source, led by Zella's mother. They failed to report back. Akaro told me how you dropped part of the throne on Magilla at the Cool Route. Saved his life. So lend me your strength. Together we can find my squad and the source of the poison.
This blood choke. Is that what you call the red algae?
Yes. A couple years ago, it was only a thin streak of red in the river. It grew over time, until it was a constant poison. It sickens those who drink the polluted water, kill the fish we used to catch. But a while ago, unexplainably, the rivers began to clear. All except for one. Because of it, my people continue to waste away, weakening the clan.
Alright, so I'm going to have to end the episode here, so thank you all so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, please remember to hit that like button. Also, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button to show support for the channel. I very much appreciate that. I'll cut the clips and put it into the next video. So, thank you all again. Have a good day. Bye-bye.